This is the Canon 85mm f1.8. A lens so nice, I bought it twice. So the Canon 85mm is a phenomenal lens, and if it's something that you don't have in your bag yet, I'm going to tell you why it needs to be. So I'm a wedding videographer alongside my brother Jensen, and we've been filming weddings over the past about 5 years now, and this has been one of our go-to lenses for both ceremony shots and B-roll shots. It is such a great lens with a great image for a shockingly affordable price. So you can get this lens for about $300, which is really affordable when you're talking about lenses because glass is stinking expensive. I'm going to set this down before I chuck it accidentally. So the image on this lens does look really, really nice, and it is decently sharp unless you are opening up to that wide aperture at f1.8, then you're going to lose a lot of that sharpness. But it is nice that it opens up that far, especially for wedding films, because sometimes you're in pretty dark situations for doing wedding shoots. And that goes for both photography and videography, although especially for videography because light is a little harder in videography. So with the wedding season coming up and things getting really crazy, me and Jensen have pretty much doubled our equipment setup so that we can be in different locations shooting separate weddings on the same date. And there were pretty much two lenses that we bought that we pretty much use all the time, and that's the Canon 50 and the Canon 85. So it being so tight, you don't want this to be the only lens in your bag because it's just going to get a pain with it being that tight. But there are most certainly advantages to having it that tight. It does have a pretty sweet image to it, and at such an affordable price, with lenses being so expensive these days, this is just such a great option, and I really do fully recommend it. The autofocus in this lens is not the best thing that you're ever going to experience, and it makes a bit of like a sound when it focuses. So if you're videoing and you have that sound on, you will hear all of that noise, all of those little as it is spinning the focus. So it's not the greatest autofocus in the game, but it's not going to kill you. And if you're just using it for photo, then the sound of that ticking, unless it just drives you crazy, is not a big deal. So that is about all that I have on this lens. You guys need to get this lens. It's such a fire lens. I use it all the time, and it is just a great lens. So that's gonna do it for me. I hope that you add this lens to your kit. Go on eBay, buy used. Like I always say buy used. You're gonna save yourself a lot of money if you always buy used. So go used. Go find yourself one of these lenses. Add it to your bag if it's not in there already. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you all next week.